Hello fellow engineers and welcome back to Hydroneer. So if you've never seen Hydroneer before, basically you start off with a shovel. You can then dig a hole, put that dirt into a bucket, pick up said bucket and drop the dirt into a bigger bucket. Then you can grab some water, plop that in there as well, give it a little brush and look, we have gold, which you can then spend in the store to automate your mining process until you have this a fully automated gold bar producing thing. So this mines dirt all the way down here and takes it up in conveyors all the way to the surface, where it's grinded down into resources and then split into whichever one before being smelted and then turned into bars, where they then pile up at the end. Now you might be asking yourself, what possible use could you have, Matt, for all those bars, all those raw resources? What could you possibly want to improve in this game? Well, firstly, this game is sort of lacking in the bridge department. We got this one, which is a fairly decent bridge, actually. But if we head along here, we also have this monstrosity, absolutely hideous. Now you might be asking yourself, well Matt, what review score did you give this bridge? Well, my friends, if we come down here and we head to the very strong rock formation here, we can head behind this pillar and look, we gave it a 5.9 out of 10. Now that's ingrained there for life, so people will always know the value of this hideous monstrosity. But don't worry, I took all those gold bars and rather than the empty space either side of this bridge, our view now is of this absolute filth. A cable-stayed one, in fact. As well as a suspension bridge, which earned the world's first 10 out of 10 bridge review. I mean, it's got gemstone suspension cables. One of my finer pieces of work, for sure. But also, let's not forget, over here, the original, the Pykrete bridge. Look at all the fish that made this bridge. Oh, the frame rate does not like me looking this way. But yes, with those in place, we basically completed Hydroneer. We fixed all of its problems. But yeah, since my frame rate is absolutely rinsed, I think we're gonna be starting on a new level for this. Oh wow, I'm just walking around. What is this? Coming soon. Ooh, there's a load of new stuff. Oh man, is that a crane? They've got a giant crane. I don't think they've still got the hang of how trusses work yet, though. That don't look very stable, Max. That does not look very stable. But look at the size of that anchor. What? So yeah, something new is going down up here. I know that there's a farming update coming. Very excited about that. But today I'm going to do some farming of my own. Now, some of you may have seen before, there is a fishing mini game in here. Basically, in this game, you can go fishing. So you can shove your rod in there. You can wait for a bite. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait, there you go. And then we have a fish. And if it is the right fish, which is a shrimp, this is not a shrimp, you can plop it in the bucket and then you get the next rod. Now, I've done this before. You may have seen my video. I worked up, I unlocked the master rod. And look, here it is. What an absolute beast of a rod. And the benefits of this one over my first basic fishing rod, well, not a lot really. Like they basically look the same. They get similar sized fish. But still, I've been assured it is better. So we're going to be using this and we're going to be doing our best to try and make a living as a fisherman in this game. So first off, a bit more fishing. Wait, that's not a fish. That's a boot. That's a stanky boot. Well, anyway, we can still sell the boot for a nice 1C. That's C for quid, probably. And then if we just rinse and repeat that a few more times, we end up with, ooh, 8,912 quid. So we can take this, and we can come over to here, South Hope. It costs 6,600 quid. So, boosh, that is now ours now. And, whoa, this has changed. Why has it got such a big hill on it? It's literally a mountain of dirt. So I feel like they made the gold mining better value here. Anyway, we're not here for that. Why did I pick this claim, you might ask? Because it's by the sea. It has a beach. I mean, it also has a dock over here as well. Now, first off, we're going to head to the shop because we're going to need some supplies. So I'm going to head into Conveyor Nation. We're going to want some straight conveyors, some vertical conveyors, which aren't vertical. That's proper architect description, that. As well as different corner pieces and all sorts. And then over in the tools and equipment shop, which if you head into this skull, you'll realize it's also Blitz's house, but we will not keep out. We can buy some of these furnaces. So if we shove this water intake in the water, so it actually gets water out of it. There we go, that looks good. Well, actually, that sort of looks like there's a submarine there. But if we then build a bit of a pipe network like that, we can then shove conveyors on these, and you'll see they're now moving in the direction that the water's flowing. Meaning after a bit more building, we've then got a whole conveyor line which should take anything from the sea that we put on it over this direction. Right, so I built a little wooden thing so I can stand here and just fish straight onto it. We've got my rod rack here and my master rod, as well as a furnace. Now, I want to do a little test because a little birdie has told me you can actually cook fish. So there is, okay, that's not a fish, that is a crab. Creator of the crab walk. First things first, I think I'm going to head to the shop and just see what this is worth. So it's on the table. Shop says it's worth 41 quid. Interesting. Let's quickly head back and let's put it in here and see, does it cook or was I ripped off? Oh, there we go. There we go. Not going to lie, you look a little bit burnt in my opinion. Anyway, let's go have a look. Has the price gone up from 41 quid? Oh, it's now worth 1. Okay, I think it may have got burnt. Well, let's leave that there. Let's try and catch a fish, I guess. Yeah, you've got a fish. Okay, so this is... Oh, it's a tuna. Let's just see if we shove this in. Is this going to burn or is this going to cook? Maybe it needs to be like above the heat. Or is that cooked already? Yeah, that's now burnt. Okay, so you can... I think you can cook things. I mean, it's worth a try, isn't it? Yes, okay, so we can burn a boot as well. Can you burn anything in there? I don't know. Anyway, once I stop catching boots, we're going to do a little test and see like how much cooking you can do and whether that increases or reduces prices. We're gonna do it on you, Mr. Mate. So we've got the flying fish there. It's worth 11 quid. Yeah, I've decided to do this in creative mode now, so we've got that there, so I can literally just shove it in, take it out. Has that cooked at all? It's still worth 11. It sort of looks the same actually. So we'll shove it back in again. Maybe leave it like 2 or 3 seconds. Then give that a go. Oh, it's gone up to 12. It has increased in value. Now it's cooked. So now I think it's burnt. Okay, so yeah, basically we can cook fish. That is good to know. So whilst we remember all the victims that got us to this valuable point of information, we're going to try and grabbing this furnace and I'm gonna see, can I... Yeah, I can shove it under the conveyor. So hopefully, as the fish comes up here, it should get cooked a bit. Which means I can probably fish from this point. Oh, look at the size of that one. So that went through the flame, and it doesn't look cooked in the slightest. I'm sort of thinking if I just cover this in furnaces, that should start to get cooked a bit more. So let's get involved. We're gonna just completely fill this thing. I don't know how many we're gonna need to actually make a well-cooked fish. So ready? Come on. There we go. So there's our next fish. Let's sort of follow this and we'll see, does it start cooking? Are you cooking yet? Are you cooking yet? Right, so is it a different color to the other one? It looks identical. That didn't cook at all. All of that didn't cook the fish. What? Okay, well, I don't want to impact on my future mining operations, so I'm going to try and keep this somewhat compact. All right, then we end up with this sort of thing, and then we just need to add a load of furnaces to keep cooking the fish. Now, I'm not sure how many we have, so I've got a load of straight runs. Hopefully, this is going to be enough to be able to cook them. So I've furnaced up all of those bits. My sort of theory is hopefully it'll be cooked by here, and then we'll have cooked fish dropping down, ready to continue the journey. So let's grab the rod, let's get fish in, and let's see what we're going to get this time. So we've got a catch. Oh, it's a big one. It is a big boy. All right, let's put the rod back in there, and let's go follow this and see if it gets cooked. So it passed this bit before, and it didn't get cooked at all. So I'm at least hoping we get round the first corner. Okay, so it's round the corner. It's coming over this way. It doesn't look like it's changed color yet. So yeah, it still needs to be cooked as it heads up there. So these are the last of our furnaces. The question is it cooked? It does actually... Has it changed color? That might actually be cooked. I mean, it's sort of hard to tell. And actually, something I've noticed, as it gets towards this end, the conveyors are moving much slower. In fact, the final runs down here, they're not moving at all, which means we're going to have to add some more power to our network. And the way we do that is by using one of these over here. So this is a pressure tank. We're going to have to add this to the network. All right, so pressure tank, you go there, which means we can open that from up here, and then we need some shards to make a shard bar. Right, hang on a second. Okay, here we go, shard bar, so we can drop that in. Oh, I missed completely. We can drop that in there, close the lid, and then, oh my goodness. Okay, YouTube frame rate probably isn't allowing you to see this, but those conveyors are flying, which might actually mean we might need more furnaces. Because I imagine if a fish is traveling faster, It's cooking less. Let's just have a look. Have we fixed the problem? No, judging by the speed of the original fish, I don't think we fixed the problem over here. Okay, what we might have to do, we could perhaps put some more pressure tanks on here. So if I take that one out, replace it with this pressure tank, then we can open that, shove another bar inside. Oh, right, that's gotta be in. Oh, right, I need to engineer a solution to this. What can I do? Right, I think I've got it. If we drop that on there, oh, it didn't slide at all. If we drop it on there, oh, right, what about trying to use this magnet? Yes. Okay, it's in. Right, shut the door. Oh, we got speed. Ah! Okay, I think we're good. Fish is now moving at reasonable rates. Although, what's going to happen here? Can you fit under there, fish? Or, oh. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Right, since everything's moving a lot faster now, we're definitely going to need some more furnaces. So let's furnace up all these straight conveyors. Right, so let's get fishing again. So what have we got this time? We've got, right, it's just a little fish. So he's starting down there. We're going to follow him all the way through and see when it gets burnt, if at all. Oh no, it's burnt already. What the hell? It burnt already? Oh, I don't see the bigger the fish, the longer they take to cook. This could have scuppered my plans. Right, that is a shrimp. I don't want a shrimp. I want a big fish. Now, that's fairly big. I could probably do with a bigger one, mate. I'm sure most blokes think the same as me on that one. Right, so first fish. That hasn't actually burnt yet. The shrimp has burnt. I just heard another one sizzle. Are you burnt now? No, so that one's burnt there. I heard that one burn early. Oh no, the size of the fish determines how much cooking they need. This is a disaster. So we got two choices. We either need to guarantee how big of a fish goes on here, or we need some sort of like sorting machines, or perhaps there's a better way. Like, what if we shove a full-size shark on there? I mean, since that's like the biggest thing in the ocean, maybe we should just be a shark factory. Maybe we don't want normal fish. So let's just test. Will this actually get cooked all the way, or do we need to remove some furnaces? But yeah, whilst we want it nice and crispy on the outside, we do still want it moist in the middle. Okay, so it burnt there. Interesting. So what about a giant lobster? Look how big it is. So if it burns at this point, I think I know how the system works. So the lobster has made it up. Is it going to burn? Is it? Oh no, it hasn't burnt. Okay, so perhaps lobsters take longer to cook. Yeah, it burnt down here. Interesting. What about a giant swordfish perfectly balanced on its spike? Alright, so this is where the shark burnt up. Swordfish seems to be coping better. If I remember correctly, the lobster burnt up somewhere along this conveyor here. Oh, that looks cooked. That does look done. It's still going though. Oh, so it got to there. That's a record. Anyway, we're also testing the world's biggest crab. Proper giant crab, that one. As well as a giant monkfish, a giant pufferfish, as well as a king prawn, and the world's biggest tuna. Oh, look at the monkfish up there. Oh no, the crab fell off. Okay, the crab fell off. Huh. We'll shove that back on. Okay, that burnt as well. That fell off just before it burnt then. That was good timing. But yeah, I basically just wanted to know if any of these can get through the flame, or whether I should be adjusting my oven temperature rather than adjusting the food I'm trying to cook. Anyway, I won't lie, it's not looking great for my cooking adventure. A lot of burnt food coming through. So perhaps I need a few less furnaces. Anyway, let's just try and put this thing through its paces. Let's see if adding more fish means more burnt food or more well-cooked food. Ah, yes, that should do it. That should do it. Mmm. Fish, it smells so good up here now. Oh no, we have a fish clog. We have a fish clog. Yeah, not looking great up there. Not gonna lie. At least they're not all getting burnt though. That's a win, I think. Well, as fun as it would be to just sit here and fish the whole time, I've got some mining to do, so I need to set this up so it works automatically. Oh, by the way, I've just reloaded my save and I brought the fish back to life. Interesting. So if they do get burnt, it's not over. Anyway, these guys are still clogging up the machine, so let's just see. Do these count as a raw resource? Oh no. Okay, so we might have to do some tidying up at some point, but for now, let's see how we're gonna automate this. So in this game, as well as the fishing rods and stuff, there's also one of these, a fishing pot. So you can just shove that in the water. And if you wait long enough, then a fish will appear. Can you see that? There's a little fish. There's a little fish. Now, in order to get them out, I have to grab that and then come over to here and then shove it on my conveyor belt. That isn't automated. So we need a way to automatically get fish onto the conveyor belt from the trap. Now, the trap has to be placed in the water. So I've placed traps all the way over to here. So that means we've got to put pipe work all the way along here. Then we've got to put conveyors on top of the pipes. And then we're sort of done, but we still don't have a way to get the fish out of the pots onto the conveyors. Unless we use one of these, a logic magnet. So if we were to just test this up here where we have loads of fish already, as soon as we place these, we don't even need to power them. You saw all the fish were lifted up there. Nice. So presumably you can float these above the pots. Oh, there we go. The fish came out. The fish came out. So once they get up there, how do I get the fish to go wide? If I... Ah, look. Did you see that? So if we place that there, any fish in that pot will go up and then across. Okay, so annoyingly, I think we're going to have to move the conveyors down so we can get the fish onto that wall. We then just need all of these to drop. So I'm probably going to need some like switches and stuff. I also need to plug my conveyor hole as well. All right, so let's do a test at this end. So we want that up there. So we should see a fish. There it goes. Goes flying up to there. Why didn't you go left? They usually go left. Okay, let's try another one. So fish comes flying up. There it goes. And then it goes left-ish. It's in fish limbo. So the fish appear to be stuck there. I wonder if I were to put another magnet on top. Let's just grab one from down here. So now we have loads of magnets. And if we look down, you see the fish are all sort of freaking out all over the place. But I reckon if I connect all of these up with wires to a switch and turn the magnets off, and they'll probably drop onto the conveyor. But there's only one way to find out. It will shove a few bits of cable in. So then we have this monstrosity. And then I can use a logic repeater. And when placed down, that outputs a logic value of 1 every second. You can see every second coming out the back of that is a 1. I think a 1 turns the magnet on or it turns it off. So I need to make a 0 as well. Now, if we have a hunt around the shop, we should be able to use these. These go on like normal cables. And I think if we use this, a logic flip hook, that will turn that 1 into a 0, and then a 1, and then a 0, and so on. Which should turn the magnet on, and then off, and then on, and then off, and then that should be what we want. You might just want to add a few delay timers. Maybe, I think 10 seconds might be too much. Maybe we can use a few 1-second ones. So basically, with that hooked on there, that should mean these magnets... Yes, you can see they're turning on and off, and actually that's working. The fish are moving along the conveyor. Maybe I don't need to add any timers at all. Oh, this is great. This is great. So now if we come over here, fish, they're coming along, they're getting cooked. Although I still haven't tidied up yet. All right, come on, fish, come out of there, come out of there, come in. There you go, make some room for the little fish. What are you doing up there, mate? Right, so the downside of this is all these fish, they're quite small, so they're all getting burnt. Yeah, they're already burnt at this point. But if I use this wand, I can just poof all of those out of existence. There's still boots coming through. Okay, we gotta try and work out how to get rid of boot. There's another boot there as well. How does a boot get in a fish pot? Anyway, I think this is set up pretty nicely though. You got crabs cooking. You got tiny little fish cooking as well. And the best thing is this is all automated. I don't have to do anything. So today we have managed to fully automate not only fishing, but cooking fish as well. We're ending up with a nice pile of partially cooked, partially burnt, partially raw fish. Well, and boots. Anyway, guys, that was Hydroneer. Let me know what I should do next time. I'm probably going to play mods, but I love you all. Bye!